If you can get out safely, get out, okay?
I can't. No, I have to have a ride out of here. It's all on fire around it.
A wildfire once made its own tornado in America, and for a few terrifying minutes, it looked like the sky itself had turned against the ground. This was not a normal tornado, and it was not a normal fire. It was a spinning wall of flame with winds near 143 miles per hour, heat close to 2,700 degrees, and smoke rising 39,000 feet into the sky, heading toward a city of 90,000 people. And the scariest part was, almost nobody knew something like this could even happen. To understand how a fire made its own tornado, we have to go back 3 days. The place was Redding, California, and by summer, that land gets hot, dry, and dangerous. But 2018 was worse than normal. Years of drought had dried the ground, then a wet season grew extra grass and brush, then that extra growth dried out too. So the hills around the city were full of fuel just waiting to burn. Then July 26th came, and Redding hit 113 degrees. The land was basically waiting for one spark. That spark came on July 23rd, when a car pulling a trailer drove along Highway 299. One tire blew out. The metal rim scraped the road, sparks flew into the dry grass, and the car fire began. At first, the fire was bad, but still something crews thought they could fight. Then July 26th changed everything. Strong winds pushed into the area. Instead of moving slowly with the land, it started racing with the wind. And when that happens, fire becomes a monster.
And when the wind pushes this grass towards more grass, that is when the fire really gets running.
The flames rushed downhill toward Redding. In just 4 hours, the fire moved about 3 miles. It even jumped the Sacramento River. That should tell you how wild this had become. Evacuation orders went out to 38,000 people, but for some families, the warning came only after they could already see the flames. One mother sat in traffic with her children while the fire moved closer behind them. She told them to pray. They got out, but just barely. And while people were trying to escape below, something even worse was building above. The fire was so hot, it started throwing giant columns of air and smoke high into the sky, then higher, then even higher. In about 15 minutes, that smoke tower shot from around 6 miles high to about 12 miles high. That is 39,000 feet, as high as many airplanes fly. Think about how crazy that is. A fire on the ground, building a storm in the sky. As that huge fire cloud grew, the air below it started twisting. Around 7:30 that evening, this thing came down with unbelievable force. It was about 1,000 feet wide. Its winds reached 143 miles per hour, strong enough to match an EF3 tornado, and the heat inside it was around 2,700 degrees Fahrenheit. This was not just burning air spinning around. This was a real tornado, made by fire. And when it moved, it tore through everything in its path. Trees were snapped. Bark was ripped right off trunks. The ground was scraped up. Giant power towers collapsed. A steel pipe was later found wrapped around a tree. Some homes were destroyed by wind before the flames even touched them. That is how strong it was. Bulldozer crews working nearby were suddenly hit by flying rocks, burning debris, and heat so intense that the windows of their machines shattered at the same time. One operator called 911 and said he was trapped in his dozer with fire all around him.
911, your emergency.
I'm in a dozer. All the windows got blown out. I got my curtains down.
He survived, but not everyone did. An 81-year-old bulldozer operator named Don Smith was trying to cut a fire line near Spring Creek Reservoir. Then the fire swallowed the whole area around him. Crews tried to reach him. Helicopters dropped water through smoke so thick the pilots could barely see. Don Smith did not survive. Then there was Jeremy Stoke, a fire inspector from Redding. He was not even supposed to be working that day. He had been on vacation, but he came back early to help protect neighborhoods and make sure people got out. That choice tells you everything about the kind of man he was.
Rough and gruff on the outside, but he had the heart the size of Texas and extremely intelligent. He was an extremely hard worker from the very beginning until the very end.
As the fire tornado moved over Buenaventura Boulevard, Jeremy sent a final radio call. He gave his location, asked for a water drop, and said he was getting burned over. Help could not reach him in time. He died while trying to save others. By 8 p.m., the tornado was gone, but the fire kept burning for 5 more weeks. Whole neighborhoods destroyed, towns nearly erased, and scientists asked one question: what did we just see? This wasn't a fire, it was a real tornado made of flame, the strongest ever recorded in California. That changed everything, because the ingredients still exist: heat, wind, dry land, fuel, and they return every summer. Follow for more stories that feel like warnings.